Hello everybody, Jim from Jimmy Bean's Coffee again. We're about 13 minutes into this roast. We started first crack a few seconds ago. First crack, it's funny, you know, roasting coffee for a few years, and I always thought first crack was when you first started hearing the beans pop. But there's a first and second crack. And first crack basically means when the beans start cracking, all that sugars are coming to the top. You know, it's starting to develop into the coffee that we drink. And as you can see right now, the coffee is looking nice and mahogany. We're about to pull it, and I'm gonna let it ride through the first crack. The first crack, it'll start up with a couple pops, and it'll start popping a little more ferociously. And when it dies down, that's the end of first crack. Now, I like to pull it around right after first crack, before second crack starts, because I like to drink more of a medium roast coffee. A lot of people will pull it into the second crack, which is more of a darker roast, but I don't like the dark roast coffees. I like to taste some of the natural flavors of the coffee. And the darker you go, you burn a lot of those flavors out. And we're trying to preserve, you know, more of that medium styled to a light roast coffee. More caffeine, more flavor, less burnt tasting. It just stopped cracking, so we're going to pull the coffee. I'm going to put the agitator on, and we're going to pull this coffee. So I don't want it too dark. This is a profile that I follow for all my cold brew and nitro coffee. And I try to keep it consistent, so when you come back, you'll still have that same good tasting coffee. So now after we pulled it, we let it agitate for about a minute, what it's doing now. And what I like about this Diedrich roaster is that after it agitates for a couple of minutes, like it's been doing, I turn it off and I smooth it all out. And now what will happen is once I smooth it out, this covers all the little holes in the grates, and it'll create a suction, and the cool air will be pulling down. I have it set so it's pulling down and out the chimney, and in a couple of minutes it'll cool off. And you want it to cool down, because when you take it off, these beans are still cooking, so you want it to cool quickly so it stops roasting. You know, otherwise it'll get too dark too fast, and we want to preserve the taste as best as we can. Hey, thanks for tuning in and coming and checking this out. You know, we're 2553 West Fullerton, Chicago, Illinois. You can find me on Instagram or Facebook at Jimmy Bean's Coffee. Stop on in if I'm here and I'm roasting. I'd be glad to walk you through the process, and you can take some fresh roasted coffee home with you, and it'd be good to see you. Thank you. All right.